Hey everyone, welcome to Libra season from September 23rd to October 22nd. My name is Colleen and this is my channel Arcana Rising. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Okay, so we're just going to get right into it. What I do is a general reading. So this is for all signs. This is for the season of Libra, not just for specifically the sign of Libra. So all signs are welcome to watch this. This is a general reading for everyone to watch for the season of Libra. September 23rd to October 22nd. I'm trying to make sure that I'm looking down because the setup that I have with my microphone, I had to turn my iPad upside down. So I'm like, okay. Looking right there. Okay. Okay. Feels really good to be doing this reading today. Please excuse my messy table. Got paint on it from doing art in the past. Anyway. Okay. Let's get into it. So, what does everyone need to know for the season of Libra from September 23rd to October 22nd for the year 2020. Immediately I'm hearing it's time to get to work. So I'm going to pull 4 cards and then we'll really dive in there. Two more. Whoop. There it is. Okay. So when the second card came out, I was hearing ego work, which I thought was very odd. So I think it's more talking about shadow work. Surrounding the ego, or issues with, maybe letting the ego take the lead a little bit too much. I know that a question came up, have you been doing the work this year? This is something that kind of came up last season for Virgo season, where we've felt like we've been doing the work this year, but we really haven't. We've just been experiencing shocking events throughout the year that has rattled us to do a self-review. But have we been putting our money where our mouth is? Have we been doing the work to support what we have been discovering about ourselves and about the world as a collective whole? Have we been doing the work? So we have the 8 of Pentacles here, the Magician reversed, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords here. So this is a month. It's like we really, really want to charge ahead with something. We really want to push forward with something, but then our ego kind of gets in the way because maybe we're thinking that we know what we're doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep pushing ahead. Maybe almost trying to push ourselves back to who we were before this year began, rather than allowing ourselves to rise to the occasion of meeting our potential. Do you know what I mean? We just want to go back to the way, when things weren't so messy. We want to go back to the ways to where we feel comfortable. in different areas. This could be relationships, this could be your career, this could be your personal business, anything really. If there's an area of your life that you've been feeling like you just want to push through, rather than allow some growth to occur, I feel like that's coming up as a challenge this season. Let's get a little bit of clarification here on what the heck that even means. The sun. Okay. So this card to me is all about getting back into the joy of life. And I feel like maybe we are just trying to do what we think that we're supposed to be doing rather than doing what feels inherently right for ourselves. And that's really interesting because like this year is just calling us to step up in so many ways. And now it's like we're kind of retreating a little and trying to just do what we've always done, like thinking that like I'm just so tired of this year, can I just go back to the way things were? Like, let's just do what I know how to do. Like, I know how to do this specific way, so I'm just going to keep doing it this way because I don't know what else to do, even though it doesn't really feel good for me to do it in that way anymore. But I'm just going to do it because I know how to do it, even though it doesn't align, even though we may find challenges along the way. Doing it that way, like, why are we going to keep running into this brick wall? Or, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. When you step back and think about it, it's like, why are we going to do that to ourselves, I feel really good. It's been a while since I've done a video. The last video that I did was in June, and it is now August, so it feels good to do this video right now. Anyway, so I think that's probably another thing that could be coming up for us for Libra season is like we feel really good, like we're really feeling ourselves, and because of that, we might be getting into our ego selves a little bit more than usual, especially for this year. And that makes us just want to be seen in any way that we can be seen, whatever that means for you specifically. That's what's coming up. It's really weird. I keep wanting to like look at the screen, but when I look at the screen, I'm looking up. So, anyway. All right, let's talk about like we think we know everything, but we don't. We think we know what we're doing right now, but we don't. We all have no clue what the hell we're doing this year. I think we can we just all agree that we all have no idea what we're doing this year? Can we allow ourselves to just like enjoy the fact that things don't really make sense right now and just kind of float along? Not really like float along, but like try to find the joy in the freedom that we may have or we may be experiencing right now, a little bit more a little bit more like wiggle room to do different things than we may have had last year. Maybe we way overloaded our schedule last year and we weren't really able to be as expansive as we have the potential to be this year. So, charging ahead does not have to be something external. This season, I feel like we want that movement. Like, let's go. Let's start doing something. Please, like, can we just do something that feels like we're moving forward? You know? But I feel like maybe we need to do that on an internal, or like just at home, you know, just do it at home. You don't have to share with the world what your plans are, or, you know, share your whole process with the world, or even with close friends, you know, because we don't even exactly know what it is we're trying to do right now. So just experiment this season. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. This is kind of an experimental season where we're going to try different things, but don't commit yourself to doing things exactly that way, especially if it's not really working, which I have a feeling it's not really gonna. What's happening here? Okay. Yeah. So we got the Chariot reverse. The Chariot is really a card of, like, I want to get moving. I'm feeling very determined to move forward right now. So this is just really in the same vicinity as the rest of the energy, but it's in reverse, so it's kind of like energy without direction, movement without direction, without clear direction, you know what I mean, going on right now. Kind of like driving with a blindfold is what's coming up, is what I'm seeing right now. So let's be a little bit more aware of our surroundings and a little bit more cautious of our movements, so we don't end up in an accident, you know, so we don't end up, you know, whatever, pull the car over. Maybe get out and walk instead. Walk down the block and see if it's the right direction you want to go before just hopping on a highway. So that's the main message for what's coming up right now. I don't really feel like I need to pull any more clarifying cards. I feel like this is just like, do the experimentation, do the research this season, but also pump the brakes a little bit and make sure that you're coming up for air, you're doing things that will help to keep you in alignment, like keep you on track with where you should be going in terms of like soul's purpose, direction. So doing things that make you feel good this season is strongly encouraged, because otherwise it's going to be like you could easily manipulate the energy to do what you want this season, but that doesn't mean that's a good thing, you know, because it's more of like forcing the hand of the universe to do something, which it will if you force it enough, but is that the best direction to go? I feel like this is a very like anxiety induced energy when you aren't grounded, which makes sense. So like doing your best to keep your feet on the ground, so that you can, you know, do a little bit of work, test it, see if it works, and then you know, review. You know, does this work for me? Do I really want to do it this way? Is there a better way? So I am pulling an oracle card from the Wilderness Collide oracle deck that I actually won a few months back from the lovely Amanda, what's her last name? Amanda Lynn Hales. She is on Instagram. I'll try to put her information in the, below the video in case you want to get a deck from her. That's really, I love the illustrations on here. Woo! Okay. And this is this, I have to read the book, so don't judge me. Okay, full circle. Look at that. That's awesome. This actually makes me think of my friend Christina Mitchell. I know her as Rizzo, but you all know her as Mitchell. She's Moon and Cactus on Instagram. Full circle. Okay. Full circle signifies a circular journey of death and rebirth. If you have pulled this card, then it is time to prepare yourself to release and grow. Know that you have the power to shed all that has grown old and stagnant, if you will dedicate yourself to doing so. Death is not easy, nor is it often pretty, but within it is the power of transformation. Do not be afraid or saddened when you come to this place, as the riches that come forth are immeasurable. Some may diminish the need we have for this place, but know that without death there is no rebirth. So I feel like this is definitely a season of shadow work. I feel like we're being forced into the shadow work, whether we want to be or not. Let's see what this one says. Thunder and lightning. So yeah, if you're feeling like you really want to push forward with an idea or a project, maybe stop and think why it feels so urgent to push forward with it now. Maybe it's because you want to distract yourself from going within and going a little deeper below the layers to see what the urgency is for, and what the underlying fears are if you don't do this right now. Yeah. Thunder and lightning. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, thunder and lightning. A force is coming, and that force is you. You are the storm and you are the calm, as you carry both inside of you. You have never been, nor will you ever be, too much for this world, as you were made to shine within it. Be encouraged that now is your time to do so, to shine, to stand, to shake up what is, and to spread love throughout the many realms. So this feels like, I'm hearing rising to the occasion. I feel like the urgency that is coming up is we're all receiving a calling right now, where things are clicking, but also we still need to be doing some shedding here so that we can fully step into this new person that we're meant to be. And it's not really we're a completely new person, but it's we're discovering our power, basically. And it's kind of we want to charge ahead. There's a feeling of urgency because we don't want to lose it, kind of, but you're not going to lose it. Once you find it, you're not losing it. It's just going to be radiating throughout you from here on out. So if you haven't been doing the work, do the damn work. And that's through reflection, through meditation, through therapy, through journaling, once and for all, just, own every aspect of yourself, own who you are through and through, own your faults as well as your gifts, own your gifts as well as your faults, I feel like that's more of an important part, is owning your gifts more than your faults. But I mean, still, like, just owning every aspect of yourself, but putting more energy into owning your power, accepting that this is who you are, so that you can, oh my god, the word just floated right out of my head. I'm feeling like the word is like incarnate, so that you can like merge all of that energy into your whole being. Integrate, that's the word. Integrate this energy into your being, so that you can fully express who you are. So this isn't like, shadow work does not mean self-pity. Shadow work does not mean dwelling in the past. It means, discovering the lessons in the experiences, and then, and then releasing it. Releasing the emotional attachment to those experiences and memories, and then just, taking, mental notes of those lessons, and then with those lessons discovering your potential, your power, and then owning your power, and just owning owning that energy and accepting that that's who you are, and then rising to the occasion. One more card. But also, like, understanding that you don't know everything just yet, especially at the beginning of this season. Towards the end of the season, no, there's still more research to be done. Like, at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season, I feel like even though we are integrating our own power and stepping into that energy that will feel really good, maybe not announcing it to the world just yet, so that you can figure out how to properly direct this power for your highest good. You know what I mean? Doing the shadow work, and then doing the power work, I guess you could say. That's what it is. Alright, so the other card I'm pulling is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck by Kyle Gray, and this is going to be the last one. I'm trying to keep this shorter because I know that last season was very long, and I really appreciate it if you watch the whole thing, because there was a lot there. Alright, so Libra season. Okay, I just heard just choose a card. Usually I let it jump out. That's why I just said that. Okay. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. I'm going to read the whole thing. I usually don't, but I feel like I need to read the whole thing. Okay. Ashtar, also known as Commander Ashtar, is a multi-dimensional being who promotes truth, peace, and harmony between the planets. He is said to be an extraterrestrial, but appears in human form so that he can communicate at heart level with all those on earth who call on him. He is part of the Great White Brotherhood, a congregation of light beings who work to bring healing to the world, and is a wonderful guide to those who are feeling the call to bring positivity, healing, and inspiration to those around them. He lifts up the hearts of leaders and inspires them to walk their path with complete integrity. You are receiving a call to action and being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in the world. Divine inspiration is all around you, and Ashtar and his legion of cosmic angels are standing by to offer you loving support. Know that you are being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back, but know that when you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. Take some time to connect with the universe by looking up at the stars, knowing that there are loving beings of light gazing back down on you. You are not alone. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit because this kind of opens things up a little bit more. So I was saying ego work in the beginning of this reading. Ego work, shadow work. So I feel like this is more of like coming face to face with our fears and our own ego and learning to set them aside and do the work. So action is called without feeling like you have to announce to the world that you're doing the action. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's a big part of ego energy, wants the world to know that they're doing something good. So I feel like there's a couple things here. So one, in the beginning of this season, we may be really integrating the shadow work, observing the ego, working to step into our calling. I feel like we're all gonna get this like calling, like it's just gonna sync up and be like, oh my god, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Wow, my throat just kind of so it must be something about speaking up because my throat just decided that it's gonna do, I don't know what it's doing right now, but it feels like, throat chakra, speaking up, I feel like is a big thing for a lot of us. Or, having the courage to speak up, and I feel like is a big part of what's happening right now. Wow. So shadow work, ego work. Shadow work at the beginning of the season, coming, head to head with our ego, and challenging it by getting into our joy. Okay. Challenging it by getting into our joy. And then charging ahead with our calling. Something that has to, self-expression. Giving ourselves permission to express ourselves towards the end of the season by stepping into our power and allowing ourselves to express ourselves. but also being aware that this is only the beginning and we don't know everything yet. So as we have opened ourselves to receive the message of our calling, we need to continue to, be open to receiving the rest, the rest of the puzzle pieces, the rest of the pieces of the puzzle. Whoa. I feel like I'm really being sucked out of my body right now. Okay. This card is like really powerful. This feels very powerful for this season. So I feel like things are going to start syncing up, especially towards the end of the season. But also setting your ego aside and understanding that we don't know everything yet, but we did get a major piece of the puzzle this season. So it's a feel-good season. So make sure you're doing everything possible to stay in the feel-good vibes by staying grounded, and soothing the soul rather than soothing the ego, this season. So, okay. That's enough for right now. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I send you all so much love. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram at Arcana Rising. All the information is below, and you can book a reading if you'd like as well. Thank you so much. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.